Do it right now. Don't let Austin do it and then turn it back on.
Alright.
So, Daddy, build the name for this.
Huh?
Build the name for this.
What's the name for that?
Yes,
That's Baby Yoda.
Yes, the name is for this Baby Yoda. So,
Here, give me it.
The Barbie.
Here, hold him.
Jay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. The Barbie stokes in the back.
Yep.
Daddy, that's a nice screwdriver.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I gotta get it out.
Oh, that's just right in the back. The screwdrivers. That's a button. That's a back.
I'm gonna take it.
The yummy open.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Here, don't try to open it. Give it to Mom to open.
Man,
Please.
please. Daddy, Mommy just working.
She's still working. Oh, she's trying to get it.
Yes, but Mommy's
You
not.
don't gotta open it this second.
Mommy's not looking at me. Just that's why Mommy just.
You got these at the dollar store?
Yeah. Babe, really? You had to open them like that?
How else do you open them?
It's a little button. It's a little thing you put your finger through, and it opens it neatly. How else do you open it? Oh, why is it not working?
Daddy, just so many Barbies.
I know. Don't drop them.
Okay, I'm gonna put them right here for now.
That's a good idea.
Yes. Now, what are you doing?
I gotta switch this.
Daddy, this in a new one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new one to works. You know, Daddy, that's right this.
What did I do?
The boy up. Out the steps. Daddy.
Hold on. That's all. I'm almost done.
The apple Barbies in there. The new baby black Barbies.
See? Now look. It's only 3. Nope. Other way.
Does it take those ones?
Yep.
Awesome sauce. We can take that outside tomorrow.
This one?
Right here. Like this. Like this. I'll put it in for you and you push.
This last one.
Now, how's it go?
Gray.
Yep.
Daddy, this one boy here.
Give that to Mom.
You weren't in the car with Dee Dee this morning, were you?
He was raining.
Did you drop Richie off at school?
Ricky was at school.
Oh, okay. So you didn't go.
Yes, just that fine.
I packed our rear end today.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
That would be cool.
Dang.
I guess, and the girl pulled off.
That'd be yummy because make it
And the
yummy
cop
test
asked
it.
if he wanted to press charges, but he said no, because she was just a kid. She
Yeah,
got
I
scared.
yummy tested it out, Daddy. Daddy.
Alright.
The cop talked to her about pulling off like that. If he would have pressed charges, that would have been like, she could have got initially trouble.
Moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy who's that's just happened, Some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got him, she got him.
Daddy.
She got him.
What's this?
Play there by the versatile
I don't know.
He can play inside or outside on the defensive line. 3 seasons in Indianapolis before signing with the Titans in March. He had 7.5 sacks in 2020.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Throwing is Rodgers. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes his
young bull, Justin Fields.
Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
Now,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. 7 catches, 67 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And Dooley to return. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And Cook has it, left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Forced out to his left. To Mixon on the check down. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Fields steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Here's a give to Mixon, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days when we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Fields. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown, Dolphins! Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. Short little throw to Ebron. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Rodgers now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This one from 48 yards away. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Jets who are out in front in that one. Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. A touchdown run for Naheem Hines. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. The newest Cardinal, James Conner, a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Being chased out left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it's Fields. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. Now Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 24, Fields. Dancing to his left. And this is Cook with a grab. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big Now, because as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On first down, Rodgers. Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the ball is knocked out. And the Dolphins have got it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Miami set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
John Feliciano, the guard, the guilty party there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, 71 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Second and 8 coming up. Rodgers going to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game through. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Touchdown, Bills! Miles Sanders, 37 yards. And the Bills have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Damian Wilson in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fields buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal? Going to work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, They needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now, as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically,
we in OKC way.
Without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that is incomplete here.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for
Let me know when game 3 is in the comments.
Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for
I don't even know what book is your favorite book. It's not good. What do you think on that? What book did you used to like?
I know what.
What's your favorite book?
No.
A dog book?
Yes, it's big book.
A dog book?
Big book.
Okay, hold on. I can't sit on that for me. I'm on the way for her. Hold on, you can draw pictures. I just put anything with
This
dogs.
player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup.
How's that sound? So your favorite book is anything with dogs in it. Okay, now look, I want to show you something. So the last part of your homework is a self-portrait. So you have to draw yourself, how you see yourself. Do you need to go look in the mirror? Go look in the mirror.
Mommy, my yummy? Mom, my yummy is back my yummy fish, these?
Your legs?
Yes, my legs.
Okay. Wait, that's not how you hold a pencil. How are you doing that? No, you can't do that. Look, you gotta hold it down. Let me help you. Got it? You can hold it down here. You don't gotta be afraid. You don't gotta be up there. How do you hold a pencil? Okay, do it like that. That works. I think I used to do that with one thing in my life. Here, why don't you hold two hands?
My eggs.
Hold this.
Wait,
Now do it.
my eggs, that dies.
That's your legs.
Yes.
I think you need two legs though. You should probably do it on that phone.
Mm.
Or, oh, each stick is a leg? Each line, that's a leg, that's a leg?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm into the big.
So draw your head.
My head is. This is my mouth.
You gotta do your head first. You can't have to do my mouth.
This is my head.
Where?
Right here.
Maybe try it again, because I can't see it. It's too bad it didn't have a little light. We need to find a little light. This desk is cute. I like that.
Mommy.
I'll do this.
You want to draw with that?
Yes.
Only stay in this box though, okay?
Okay, that's a box.
So draw your head first.
What's this?
Are these washable? I don't like markers that are washable.
Mommy,
What?
Mom.
Watch your costume. Okay. That's an arrow. Arrow.
It's the.
It's pointing to your name.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I am 4 years old. Go ahead, draw your head. Can you see okay? Do you need to turn this light on? Look. You need to turn this on?
Yes.
Go. Go turn it on.
Mom, will you this my red one back?
There you go. Because you're doing homework. You need to be able to see. And then you can go like this. Draw your head.
My head.
That's your head? Looking good. What about your stomach? You're from your neck to your belly.
My tummy.
Perfect. And then what about your legs?
Legs.
Mm-hmm.
My leg is one.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And then what about your arms?
My arms.
Arms. You have a strong arm. Okay. Okay, I can see it.
How about my toes?
Your toes? Okay. Okay. Okay, I like it. Careful.
How about
I can see it. I can see it. What about, I think that's good. I feel like that's the basics.
my hand?
You want to add hands? Good.
My hand's right here.
Oh, so they're like up in the air?
Yes.
Okay. I get it. Alright, so when your teacher comes up to you and says, hi, Amir Carter, how old are you? What are you going to say?
I'm in 4 and you do.
No, you're not 3 anymore. You're 4.
Yes, but why mommy just press my name in G?
Oh, why did I put 3 here?
Yes.
No, this is 4 letters. You have A, M, I, R. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
A, 4.
So that's A, and then this is 11. Or A, and then a girl.
My, this is just gone.
Is what?
This is just watch the TV.
Oh, like a number on the TV?
Yes.
It is. Looks like it, but it's actually an L. They're 2 L's. They're lowercase L's. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves with that just yet.
They're putting my birthday.
Okay, and then she goes, or then she asks you,
Mommy,
I have a pet, and then
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid losing them next season.
today. From Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jared Goff and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Justin Fields and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback, the former #1 overall pick of the draft, Jared Goff.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And incomplete to open things up. And, Charles, we get a... Here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields. Fields on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
throwing again on second down. Fields forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
This defense for the Dolphins much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Goff's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that, man.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Danico Autry. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Nick Chubb saw his role kind of diminish in the passing game last year. His receptions went down from 36 to just 16, but let's be fair about this. He missed some time with a knee injury, and he also had Kareem Hunt in the backfield, who absorbed a lot of catches along the way. He's more than capable of adding to their passing game.
Here's Andy Lee now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Mixon takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. The numbers for Mixon last week, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Fields. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, Mixon. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Off play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Justin Fields, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Meanwhile, Goff's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Play action. It's Goff. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's Fields. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. From the 38, Fields. And he'll just get rid of it. formation here now, 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap, Fields. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, Fields. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, it's Fields. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got Green. And they're going to lose some on this play, being knocked back to the 18. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up in the Mile High City, an AFC matchup between New York and Denver. And it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. The Jets looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Zach Wilson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Now Abdullah, the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Fields being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Out of the gun, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Again, it's Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, Fields eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And Cook has it left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields dancing to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And here comes Abdullah on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Fields looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll look to throw again. He completes it to Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there for the Dolphins.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Green here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Fields throwing again. Dumps it off to Mixon. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. On now the Miami field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Goff on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2nd down at 4. Gone. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Goff now looks to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Again, Goff. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. And one more time, that's Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Raiders. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They snap it to Fields. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the fourth quarter. The time you'd think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Joe Mixon, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management. Critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The Goff's throw here pulled in by Lazard. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. To throw is Goff. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. One last throw here for Goff. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion